such a close call against Luxembourg. It was so hyped. Some also like I know, I think Malta is still playing right now. We saw Cyprus fighting Finland with that was a really tough one for them. Like Lancelot was just so much above them. But I feel like those kind of tournaments just allow us just showcase many different countries, which is completely amazing. So in that regard, I'm so hyped to see what Portugal can bring against Germany.
Of course, and as you mentioned, man, like Europe deserves some representation, and why not in a crew battle? Like everyone gets a chance to play, and I'm also surprised that teams like Cyprus, for example, they actually managed to get 5 players, and I did not think they have a scene at all, and yeah, they just proved me wrong, and I'm happy, man. Like even though in those trying times, man, we need some representation, some clout for for what you can see. But yeah, as for now, we're waiting for the picks, for the lock-ins from both Germany and Portugal.
And actually, who do you think they're gonna start with?
This is a good question. I'm really not sure. I think they might start with something specific, maybe with a variety of cards. They can start with Lucky or Quick, and I think they're already locked in. So I might be proven wrong just now, and they actually started with Light. Okay, I can see that. Light, yeah, I can see that. Being the veteran, being flexible with a character like Palutena, being if not the best Palutena in our in our country. So yeah, let's see. Already taking 1 stock, man. How unfortunate, man. I saw the air dodge coming. He wanted to recover. It can happen, but I mean, yeah, shake it off, try again, and Big Lord, it's your time to shine against one of the best in Europe.
Yeah, that's a bit sad. Okay, starting some juggle, but you never know. He lost quite a quick stock, but that it definitely can brought it back, or actually take some stocks. But the thing is, like in crew, you'd rather stay with your stocks than take them away from your opponent. You need to survive as much as possible, and Light calling up many defensive options there. Look at that.
And as I said, it's a whole different game compared to singles. Like, you are playing the long one, you are playing the mental. Right now, Light, being the one in the lead, giving him a good spot, especially for Germany. Like, if he takes this one in the 3 stock, which is really possible, I mean, let's see. So far, it's looking very great for Germany.
It's looking definitely really great. Nice dash tag here, forcing double jump. No more air dodge this time. He knew Light would have been ready for this. Take out the ledge trap, waiting for
it. He had it. He had the spot dodge, but sadly not quite to the point. Going for the up tilt conversion. This will not kill at all. Now Light being the one who recovers with the auto radical. Not bad.
Good. Yeah, good call, good call. Really good call by Big Lord there. Ooh. Still it's time to shine. He's still building up damage, which is really important. Really important. Waiting for the landing, but he get dragged down by the Nair. But even then, still had the time to shield that up tilt. Just building a bit of percent though.
And what a great decision making by Banker as well. Like, he's not going for the heavy hits, he was going for the side B, and he knows it deals a lot of damage, and that's what he needs in a disadvantaged situation. Like, he's at the last stock, but he got Light to 68%, which is fine, especially as Warrior.
Yeah, for sure. But you really need to take out this stock. If you can do it, like as we said, you need to take your opponent stock as much as possible, because it is, as you said, a really long run, and for your whole team, you need to take that, which is gonna be really hard, because you can tell Light's taking all of his time, outspacing him with the back, for instance,
and he got
that roll.
Very intelligent play by Light. He already got it last time. Like, he was kind of baiting it with the back to the Roy in this case, and then he was just rolling with him and waiting until he gets the roll get up. And yeah, why not punish it with an F smash? He was 100% sure it will hit.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the thing is, like, he did the exact same thing on the precedent situation. He went on the edge to wait for a normal get up, ready to make a back roll, and his opponent just rolled from the edge. The first time he just observed, and the second time he just punished it so hard. But again, I can understand. Yeah, I can also understand why they send out Light on the first game. I feel like Light is a solid player and a solid character that can cover many different kind of matchup. But now, who Portugal can send to him? That's the big question.
I really do not know. It can be like... That's the thing, because Light is so flexible, they can just run it all with him. Like, they can send one of the short players, of course, against Palutena, maybe. But I really do not know. It's up to them.
That's definitely up to them. That's tough, man. That's tough. Like we talked about it like earlier. Like I know like participate in different online tournament, and we all know he got some trouble. Like as we just talked about it off stream, but he had a loss against one of the a French player that actually played King DDD. So I don't know if it was because of one of his main weakness. I know Light didn't play his Palutena back then during the tournament actually, but is it a weakness that he got that maybe Portugal can exploit, or
maybe? I mean, it is some input. That's the thing.
Mm.
But
it's still
I guess,
King DDD.
Yeah. It's DDD for sure, man. And we saw it in the last tournament. It was kind of clean, but yeah, the thing about Light is he's always ready for some matchup. He does not want to lose to those matchups again at all costs. So maybe he will be ready. But again, it was quite a while back then. So anything can happen, really. Like DDD is a force to be reckoned with for sure, man.
I can't wait. I can't see who they're gonna pick. Because actually, I thought they send out Big Lord, but they send out Benka. I'm pretty sure they play on the same Switch.
Okay,
so,
I think so too.
Maybe Big Lord might be coming later on, like the Me Gunner. We don't know.
It is kind of the secret weapon. Like we have some Me Gunners who are pretty good, but yeah, it's a weird character, especially in weird scenarios. So I might be open for that as well. I think Germany knows, because I remember one German player named Sabaka losing to Deon in the UK, and that's where Germany kind of started to think about, okay, what shall we do against Me Gunner? And yeah, that's where the brains come in. That's where the matchup knowledge comes in. So I think they might be ready in this regard. So yeah, that's the dangerous part about Germany. As you mentioned on paper, they are very well known in terms of matchup specialty.
And like the thing is, I was looking for I was looking at the German team, but also I feel like actually sending up DDD might be not a good plan, because I feel like now you need to take out 2 stocks of Light, and even if you do that, you'll get counterpicked by the German team, which is one of the main thing. So if they bring up Nor King or King DDD or Donkey Kong, they might just straight up lose against Quick, for example, which will be just so good with his Samus against those 2 characters. So I feel like you're gonna keep Quick on the side just to wait for those kind of matchup to happen, to just come on stream. So I feel like you're gonna maybe rather go for a solid character overall, and maybe it's gonna be, I will bet, or one of the Shulk, or Luigi WC, or maybe the Peach.
Yeah, to maybe get a reckoning in this, to maybe balance out the situation, because again, as you mentioned, like Light being a 2 stocks with a rather flexible character at hand, it might be hard, but very possible. Like I think it comes down to character knowledge, and especially to just comfort zones. Like if someone's feeling comfortable to go in against Light with 2 stocks, they can find the situation to kind of turn this all around, to maybe even it out a bit. But yeah, we have to see what Portugal has in mind.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, that first game is really so important in those kind of crew, because it gave such a good upper end to one of those teams. Because like, as I said, now they got the lead in the counter pick option. So at any point in time, Germany will be able to throw out a new counter to the character they bring on the table. Because like, Germany got such a diverse team, so many different characters that can cover so many different situations or matchups. So I'm quite curious to see who's gonna be on stage, and ladies and gentlemen, it will be
it's gonna be the secret weapon, man. And oh man, I'm excited for this one, because yeah, like, we're still talking about Light. As flexible as he is, maybe that's something that might catch him off guard, depending on the stage, of course. Like if he gets Battlefield, that's where Light loves to play in, and it's gonna be Town City. Very good compromise.
Yeah. So okay, we're waiting for the SD, obviously, from Light, because it's 2 stock against 3. So can you do it, Big Lord? Can you do it?
Okay, I just thought maybe there's something like a button check, but no, they're just getting added, it seems. Yeah. Okay.
I think they're going.
Or maybe. I don't know. Okay, yeah, it was looking weird.
Okay. I love the movement of Big Lord, actually. Using his fair just move around is really interesting. He's gonna throw a lot of projectiles. As you may know, like, Meganer is basically kind of Samus. Like, it looks like a lot, that character, and a bit weird. So you got some weird special that you can use. We'll see which one you choose. But actually, the movement with the fair, as I said, just like approach the Palutena is really interesting.
Yeah, and he's looking for one setup. Like, it seems he needs this one space, this one pattern, until he can just get his things done and maybe even take a stock with some early percentage, because Migana has some disgusting stuff, and that one was disgusting as well, almost killing Big Lord in the process.
The down B is really dangerous also from Migana. It can be tough for Light, forcing the respect, just forcing Light to take some distance and then approaching. But I feel like Light's starting to catch up some patterns.
Oh my god, that was insane, man. Light knew he needs to catch this one as long as he can, and yeah, why not with the explosive flame? So giving him such a good mental advantage, especially. Wonderful catch.
And it's really tough actually, because like Portugal cannot lose their player right now, because they'll definitely need him as much as possible. And also, if they bring it against Palutena, I don't know if they got any other kind of counter pick they can bring to cover that matchup. In any case, it's making a quite great job in a ledge trap situation, but could not finish the stock.
Yeah, and it looked like Big Lord just waited for this ledge trap situation, but not getting the kill in the process. This can be crucial, because Light just waited until he can get out of this advantage, where he can shine the most, being in control, being in possession of the stage. And so far, he's just chilling. He's waiting until he approaches. Ooh, what a trade! Wait, what is that? Well, I guess one rocket did not get reflected, and yeah, good for Big Lord, I guess. Light being at his last stock right now, and Big Lord, you gotta get this kill moving, because that's how you bring your team back. This is not how it goes, though.
Oh, that's so huge. That's actually so huge. Now Light can definitely take 6 stocks in a row if he can just take this one also. That's gonna be huge, but Big Lord making quite a great job. Ledge trap situation, Migana is really good at it, as we can saw, but Light with his patience, finding that tiny gap in the pressure.
Oh, this is a snowball!
Not enough?
He will push this, definitely. Oh, getting around. That was so tight.
Oh my god.
No, that's what I mean, that's a snowball. Light loves to be an advantage, and he's just charging it. Oh man, he's feeling so confident right now.
Oh no.
He will get it back.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's a SmashCore player after all. He knows how to ledge drop in this regard. So, oh man, what a match! What a match!
Light's taking out 6 stock in a row. 6 stock in a row. That's actually huge. A huge deficit.
Yeah, he's losing almost nothing in this regard, man. Fausta, it's not looking good for Portugal, it seems. They need to bring something up.
Oh, it's gonna be really tough for them. Really, really tough. Because the thing is, like, as we said, now, so Migana is out of the table. The thing that was really interesting with Migana, it's like, if he won that game, like, it's such a specific character that you want to bring a specific character to counter it also. So they might have brought some character from the Germany team, and maybe actually Germany could have been a bit weak against that character, maybe, but ouch. Now that's tough. It's out of the...
Yeah, we can only theorize what they will pick in next, because it seemed like the Migana was the answer to the Reckoning Force that is My Revenge Light. But right now, I think they gotta adjust spontaneously. Like, they had to expect that Light will be taken down on this part, especially on Town City, and yeah, right now, it's the heads that crumble. So, Portugal, I think they haven't plan B yet. If not, it's gonna be looking grim.
Oh yeah, it is. It is. Well, now I'm quietly expecting to maybe see one of those Shulk. I feel like Shulk would be good to keep his stock down and be ready to welcome any other character that will be that can be coming after Light, if that makes sense. Because I think Shulk is a more solid character with their pitch, but I feel like you wanna wait. As you get 2 Shulk, I feel like you'd rather use one than your Peach in that kind of situation.
Yeah, I agree. Like that's the problem, because if they decide to use both Shulks, like, I mean, they can go with Dio, but as soon as Dio gets beat and they have to kind of opt for Zekip as the favorite, then Germany can just adjust for a Shulk player. They can just send in the one with the better matchup against Shulk. Like, those guys, they are bound to their characters as soon as they lock it in. And so far, Shulk seemed like the answer, and we have many players who are really good against Shulk, so I'm looking forward to how it goes, because it's in Germany's favor for sure, man.
Oh yeah, it is. Man, he picked up already 6 stocks. 6 stocks. Oh man, we've seen Lancelot been picking 11 stock against Cyprus, if I'm not mistaken. We've seen Drigan picking up, I don't know how many stocks it takes. More than 10 for sure against Jersey. Will Light score that amount of stock also? Oh man.
I mean, he is on the roll, he still got the chance. Because the thing is, both players will go in with the expectation, okay, there's 1 stock left. This will be counting for Light and against the one who Light plays. Like, if Light has only 1 stock, he plays different. He plays like a madman sometimes. And even though he only has 1 stock, he's still playing chill. Like, he has the composure as a veteran. And the opponent might think, okay, it's only 1 stock, I might go all aggressive, and that's what Light kinda expects. So Portugal has to respect the circumstances. They shall not rush to take this 1 stock, but considering how, as you said, they lost 6 stocks, so there shall not be a 7th.
Yeah.
but it seems like it happens. Yeah, it seems like it will happen, because Light clearly knows what he's doing. I mean, we're talking about Light, man.
Oh man. That's gonna be so dangerous. But as we said, I mean, like, Germany is supposed to be the first seed of the tournament. It is the team that is supposed to win it all, which is definitely something that everyone can see coming. As we said, is one of the strongest team out there. Like, all of the players are top German level players. All of them got such, as we said, a variety of characters that can just adapt on the go and just got an answer to any kind of weird matchup they can face. So yeah, for sure. I mean, like, Germany is on the roll.
Yeah, they're on the stronghold. Like, they have, even though if Light fades right now, they have many more players with single-digit placements in tournaments. So I think they should be in a very great spot. And yeah, it seems like Light still wants to showcase his skills, and why not go with it and maybe get another 3-stock? Like, I'm looking forward to it. Like, nothing against Portugal for sure, because I think they still have some plans at hand. But again, it can go in both ways.
It can go in both ways for sure, but oh man, that's so tough. That's so tough. 6 stock behind. No, they got like 4 stock behind. 4 stock behind. If they can take that, if they can, they really need to take that next stock, that last stock of Light, like, without losing their own. They really need to be pulling that out, and then be strong enough to be able to, I want to say, tank the next player that will be coming.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, they will be in a disadvantage nonetheless, so they need the mental support, the motivation, and especially, as I thought, the fans in Twitch chat, because they were being loud in the last match, and I think they will have the backs. So it's not over yet. Not at all.
It's not over. As you said, it's definitely not over. The thing is, like, even if it is a strong lead for Germany, it's still just the beginning of the crew. So even if in the next game one of the Portugal player can manage to take up 4 stocks, as the next one can take up 4 stocks again and again and again, they can just, you know, come back little by little, stock by stock. They don't need to just like take 6 stocks in a row as Light just done it, but they can still make 1 per 1 and maybe made it back in the end, because it is a long run.
Exactly, it's also a team effort, and Portugal, maybe they're setting all their cards towards their favorite short player in all of the countries, or maybe it's Zekib's turn someday. But yeah, they need to set up, because the further they will expand into this, the more stocks they will lose, the harder it will get for Zekib. And yeah, you do not want one player to face off against all of Germany. Like, that's
No.
not something that will end well for Portugal. Even though it's Smash Ultimate, so I will not take the 100% there. But again, right now we are waiting for the lock-ins in terms of stage. Maybe Portugal already decided for the next player. We will see it shortly.
Yeah. Just a quick reminder of the rules. Like, when you win in the crew match, okay, you can ban 2 stages and the opponent picked up his stage. So yeah, there's always a stage discussion that is happening behind the scene between the new Portugal player that will be coming on stream against Light. Always. So I just hope they'll get a good stage for them also.
Yes, very nice explanation on your part. So right now I'm listening to some music, so I guess, yeah, we're restarting the ring. Maybe there were some difficulties, but it seems we're rolling this time. So again, maybe they decided for a stage pick already. Like as you mentioned, Light will stick to Palutena, so we won't see no Mario, no Isabel. It's gonna be Palutena through and through. That's gonna be the last stock. That's gonna be Light's maybe last chance to prove himself on the battlefield. But again, I'm stating out the maybe.
Yeah, as you said, maybe. But the things like we're talking about Light, one of the best player in Europe by far, not only Germany, just in Europe in general. So he might be able to not lose any stock from no one until the end of the crew. We never know. Like Light is a monster.
Oh man, insanity! Like being the veteran he is, like he's there ever since Brawl. And if I can say something about the German crew battle culture, like this is something that was quite important in recent times. Like whenever there's a crew battle turning up, everyone was obviously cheering for Light, but also fearing Light. Like he's just such a composed man in those times. He's so dedicated to just stomping the enemy as hard as he can. And as you mentioned, it's looking good for him so far, having 6 stocks under his belt and maybe even counting. Oh man, it's gonna be a festival, man.
Yeah. And just on the side, I just want to give you a quick note, quick news. Malt just lost against Norway. Norway only lost 1 player against Malt. So
man, yeah.
I didn't keep track, obviously, of the whole crew battle, but Norway coming up pretty strong, as they will face, if I'm not mistaken, Norway gonna face Austria in the next round of the tournament.
Okay, that's gonna be something exciting to tune into, because I know some good players from Norway, and I really like to see them against Austria. Like Austria also being a country with some notable players, to say the least. Oh man, it's getting rather stacked considering it's a crew battle, man.
I mean, that tournament's so exciting. Actually, it's so exciting. As we said, just like we can showcase many different countries from Europe, many different player also, because like it's not only about one player, it's about the whole team that is coming up together, facing many different players. That is a lot. That is a lot.
And I think we're both on the same page, man. Like, I love crew battles, and I think they deserve way more representation than already. Like, I kind of miss them. Like in Smash 4 times, it was a bit more of those on tournaments, but right now, obviously, being the one singles and focus, maybe even doubles. But man, crew battles, that's the stuff sometimes, man. And I really love to watch it. Like this tournament kind of proves it. Like. I really want, as soon as we can play offline maybe again someday, sometime, maybe something like France against Netherlands, against Germany, against UK, man. Those sets are always so hype, man.
Oh, they are, man. Crew battle in I remember, like, one of the memories I cherish the most will be the Heir to the Throne, which is a melee tournament, obviously, in Europe. And every single time there was a European crew battle, and that was so hype. That's one of the best moments I got in tournaments. So for sure, I hope we're gonna see many more of those in the future.
Oh yes, cause man, I gotta give it to the crowd at those points, because the crowd is always getting loud whenever it comes to the crew battle, because a crew battle, it's like already a story written in a book. Like you have literally 2 countries or maybe 2 like states fighting against each other, and man, I really gotta give it to the French crowd in those parts. Like they're always hyping it up to the fullest, man. Like I gotta give my positives to that. But again, Germany can be on top of that too. Like where they have some insights. Speaking of insights, though, it seems we had some connection issues between Light and the new player. It seems it's getting fixed though. So maybe give it some more seconds, 1 more minute maybe. We're working on it.
Yeah, let's hope it will work. That was one of the that's a technical challenge that
Yeah.
we pull out that European SmashCore Invitational, because all of the players, as we said, come up from so many different countries, and well, let's be honest, the online of Ultimate might be not the best in the world, obviously. So
We might state it that
it is
way,
a
yeah.
challenge.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And like that's a fighting game challenge in itself sometimes, man. Like speaking of delay-based netcode, those are some problems when it comes to connecting, because sometimes I had it with a friend of mine. Like we cannot connect at the same time. Like only one of us can play. As soon as the other joins in, it's like a cut. It's like a block. And I really don't know much about this stuff, so yeah, it just does not work. And I think we got a similar problem right here at hand. So yeah, but I mean, on another note, it's still quite nice chatting with you, man. Like this is the first time we're commentating, and so far I'm having a blast, man. Even though we only had 2 matches, man. so yeah, like we are not even finished, and we're just talking as if we're like sipping some coffee or something, man.
I'm actually sipping my coffee on the side.
Oh man, and there we go. There we go. Almost as if I knew, man.
But I'm having a blast too. Thank you, man. Cheers.
Cheers,
But yeah,
man.
I mean, but that tournament, as we said, it's just like so exciting with so many good things. And also, I want to say on the side, because I was waiting for the results to be sure of what I was about to say, but Turkey got the lead against Belgium, which is actually huge. I think that's gonna be an upset if Turkey won against Belgium. I would not expect that to happen.
I think so too, because Belgium was also one of the stronger players. Like the Belgium was like under the belt between like Norway and Finland, I would assume. They have some really strong players, and I mean, yeah, if Turkey is like pulling it up, man, why not? Like an upset in a crew battle environment. This is some hype stuff, to be honest.
And that's gonna be so cool. Actually, Belgium did not bring their strongest player yet. But I feel like we don't really know much about the Turkey community. Actually, I do not know at all about the Turkey community, but I'm so hyped to see them coming there and just going for it. As we said, like, we can showcase and just discover many different countries, and like Iceland getting so close against Luxembourg, Portugal getting so strong against Poland, for instance. That was some insane matches,
Oh yeah, very entertaining so far, and man, that's only the first day. Like, we're gonna have so much fun tomorrow, I assume. Oh man.
Yeah, that's very true. It's a 2 days event. 2 days event, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna finish the whole round 2 of the bracket, and then we're gonna start the quarterfinal and semi-final and final only on Sunday. And by the way, talking about the bracket, do you got the bracket aside? Can you see it? Can you read it?
Good question, because right now I do not have it. I gotta open it up real quick, so I give it to you so far.
Let's talk about the bracket, because you know what? Okay, we got a room problem. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna just have a talk about the bracket for tomorrow, or just what we're gonna see, okay? Like, let's just have a talk. Because that's a neat bracket. That's an insane bracket we're gonna see. And I'm really excited to see many matches. So I'm waiting for you to opening up, and then,
oh yeah, I got it.
Okay, perfect. So which in all of those sets on the second round, okay? Which one are you the most excited for?
Oh yeah, I'm already looking at. I really gotta pick my guns right here, man. Like, I see so many. Like, I see Italy and Finland at first. Like, Italy and Finland is something like I'm really looking forward to, because Italy has some very strong players, some very strong holds, and still a bit underrepresented. I mean, of course, we would have had Icarus this year, and yeah, due to recent times, that's history right now. But Italy, like, I know from Quick, whenever he visited that place, like, he also stated, man, they're really strong and improving really fast. Like, stating off against Finland, and they both got their favorite players, and this can be a spectacular match, to be honest. Like, that might be my personal favorite between those two.
Yeah, I understand. I definitely agree with you. It's gonna be one of the best match we will be able to see for sure. Like, Italy was seeded to be starting at the round 2, but as you said, the thing is, like, Finland got Lancelot, but unfortunately the rest of the crew might be really under his level. So I think that's gonna be one of the main things, because I think Lancelot would be better than any players in the Italy's crew. But as a whole, as a team, I feel like Italy gonna be such a good opponent.
I think so too, yeah. Like that's especially the community-wise, they're like giving themselves a hand up and just pushing forward no matter who they face. And we had some upsets in the history of Smash Ultimate so far. Like Italy is a force to be reckoned with, to be honest. Like they have so many plans on deck, so many great players, and again, obviously Finland having Lancelot as the personally on paper strongest player in this matchup, but he alone can only do so much. Like taking 11 stocks is insane, but against Italy, I don't know, man. Maybe I give him 8, but let's see.
I can't wait to see that match happen, actually. On the other hand, some of those other match I'm really looking forward to see, I would say, in my top match is gonna be Spain against Denmark.
Oh yes, yeah. Now that I think about the players, Spain too, man. I
Like
underrated Spain so much before everything this.
Spain's got so many good players. Like, we do not hear a lot, but they got many good players that are waiting in the shadow. And that aside, Denmark, we just saw what Drigan did. We just saw what it did. And I'm not even sure he's the best in his own country. And we all know what Denmark can do.
Yeah, like if it's not Drigan, we also have hope. Like, why not bring out the hero himself, man? Oh, it can go into so many different directions. But as you mentioned, Spain, like having the quarantine series not too far along, like it was maybe some weeks before, maybe a month. But yeah, I'm speaking of Albardo, obviously. Like Albardo showing us so much stuff you can do with DDD, and he's not even considered to be the strongest player in Spain. And having put up such a show, oh man, Spain, they got a roll on.
Yeah, because that's gonna be a really good match. Also, I think it was Valhalla or maybe Phoenix Blue 2, if I recall correctly. And I think Denmark went into the final of the crew battle during those tournaments.
Oh, okay.
So they're used to this. They're used to work as a team and to be able to go really far in the tournament. Like, I know Denmark is not that huge of a country, which allowed all the players to know themselves pretty well because they stay close together. Like, obviously, big shout out to King Funk, which make and work a lot to build up the Danish community, and they all play together a lot. So I feel like as a team, Denmark.
Yeah, they're on a whole different levels in terms of solidarity. Like, I already saw it in tournaments, like, they're really sticking to each other. And, it kind of reminded me of some of the Netherlands folks, because they're pretty strong in this regard too, or some of the French folk. But yeah, Denmark, as you mentioned, considered it's a rather small country. Like, they're just all next to each other, you might say. It's just insane. And, the next... Yeah, keep going.
I was about talking about another match, so go ahead if you got one in mind. Go ahead.
Because I wanted to highlight obviously United Kingdom and Luxembourg. Like, I'm just seeing how many players will potentially fare off against each other, because this is something that should not be underrated at all. Like, UK and Luxembourg, even though Iceland, like, being the ones who popped off in that match, both of them, we can see them in the finals actually, because they're very explosive when they get into it. Like, United Kingdom, we saw it with some players like Curry Governor and Valhalla, for example, and he's not the only one who can just snowball the competition. Similar thing goes to Luxembourg, and man, I'm really excited for those two guys as well.
Yeah, I'm excited to see also, definitely. Like, I'm pretty sure, honestly, United Kingdom will beat Luxembourg.
Okay.
But I'm really excited to see the players from UK, for sure. Just discovering all of those players, because you talked about Curry Governor, which make an insane run for top 8 at Valhalla.
That was legendary.
Oh man, that was. So I'm definitely super excited.
Yeah, like so many players literally started playing Cloud because of this man. Like, I just want to highlight that one. Like, they just saw him schmooming around, and man, I kind of want to play Cloud again. And lo and behold, this character got buffed in the next patch. Like, it's quite a story too, if you think about it. And man, I just want to see more from the UK guys, to be honest.
Another match that I want to see though is gonna be Sweden against Ireland, because oh man, I've I've been impressed by Ireland against Lithuania, actually, because that was such a strong win. They actually went so hard on Lithuania, man. That was kind of tough to see at the beginning of the game. So I'm really looking forward to see what Ireland can bring up to Sweden.
Yeah, because like I do not know, like I almost know nothing about Ireland at all coming into this tournament. Like I just seeing the team and man, I mean there's like some variety at hand. Like I did not expect this.
It is, man.
So yeah, like we have some obviously high level characters, of course. Speaking of Crom, Palutena, very strong Mario it seems, and yeah, obviously Scarfeld, as we know, with a very strong Fox, and yeah, maybe they have some good leads, and they might surprise us in this tournament. They might be the low pick.
For sure, and I mean, like Ireland's close to UK, and they often just play. Maybe not often, but they know each other, and it might be easier for them to play together. And Sweden play a lot with obviously the Scandinavian crew, but sometimes you can see some Swedish player just making a huge run, but some of them, like, and you never know who is really strong in Sweden. And it's tough to say like who's gonna be the best in Sweden. So I feel like I don't know. I feel like that match, like nobody will know. Nobody can tell who's gonna win between Ireland and Sweden.
It's both guys are the underdogs at hand, obviously, but man, do I like to see underdogs win. So we can for sure say that one of them might make it a bit further in the tournament. And you know what I love about this conversation between us? Like we are talking as if it's a World Cup in like soccer or something, or football. Like we're talking about each countries and MVPs from each country. Like man, it kind of feels surreal if I think about it, man. Like that's something I appreciate.
Man, that's the case. That's why we love that. That's why we love that tournament, because we can talk about all of the players, all of the country, all of the teams that are on stage. I love that, man. I really love that. Those crew battles, those international crew battles are the best. For sure. And like, so last but not least, I'm really looking forward to see Austria against Norway. Really, Austria is such a good country. Like they got many good players. They got Yeti, they got Vike, they got Luigi player and Luigi Kid, for instance, Clemens also, Raban, which is insanely good. I feel like they got a really strong and diverse crew that they can bring on the table. So I feel they can make such a great run. But on the other end, Norway, as we just said earlier, they beat up Malta with such a huge margin. Only one player lost. Like for it's a 5-5 battle, and they only lost one player in the process. So Norway,
maybe there's something we don't know yet. Like maybe there's a part of dominance they might assert against the next opponent. And yeah, maybe Austria will suffer, but on the other hand, as you mentioned, Austria having a lot of individual potential, like not only, obviously Yeti, who we're seeing on the big stage a lot of times, but also like, yeah, players like Raban or Luigi player, like those are guys who are very strong in their own regards, and yeah, a tough force to be broken, so, but yeah, again, to the next teams, obviously, I'm looking at Switzerland against France too. Like France obviously together with Germany being the favorite in this tournament against Switzerland, who have some strong players I did not know of. But again, the more I think about it, they might be a challenge. They might be an obstacle to be overcome. Against France though, man, what a stronghold of players.
I'm obviously really confident because I trust my boys. I trust
them. Of course,
them.
I'm not even surprised.
I know they do it.
Of course.
But, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I just wanted to like mention some names. Like, I mean, as you mentioned, your boys like Vince, Homika, Flo, Gluttony, and many more guys who will just maybe roll over the competition if they get the chance to do so. Like, man, is France a strong country.
And the things like, but I think the problem for Switzerland have all of their players for the tournament. I think, I'm not sure. I've been reading some exchange they had in one of those chats during the tournament, and I've read Smuff said that it won't be available for today, but I don't know if that was today, for the world matches of today, or only for the first game they had to do against who was it again? Against Greece.
Yeah.
So I'm not exactly sure what's gonna happen, and I know Destiny also is playing an offline tournament, so I don't know if he's gonna be ready to play also. But as the tournament is running late right now, maybe they have enough time to get back to their place and be able to play in time, which is gonna be really cool because I want to see the strongest Switzerland that they got.
Oh yeah, man, for sure. Like spotting the Terry in that regard. Like as you mentioned in the tournament, I think you're talking about Saint Smash, because in Saint Smash, I think it was Destiny who won the tournament. Like he's having the snowball ready, I think. Maybe in this environment as well. Like obviously he will defend his country in that one, but yeah, against this strong of a force, there are some names who have to be taken out. So let's say about Switzerland. Again, we're getting an update, so it seems I think Light has to forfeit his stock because they're switching around some players. Oh no, okay, never mind. He does not have to switch his stock. Okay. Germany's swapping out Light. Light will keep the one stock from what I got, because it seems there's a problem between Light and the opponents. So yeah, we're gonna have a little switch in this match. So yeah, it seems sometimes weird problems have to have weird solutions.
But just that aside, but Turkey got such a lead against Belgium. I'm so sorry, guys.
Oh boy.
I think it's 4 stock to 6. I think just like the layout's not updated yet, but they got 2 stocks ahead and might be just 1 full player, depending on what Powerman will be able to do against Tunlindo. We might see Turkey going out for the second round, which will be insane if that happened.
I'm just seeing, man, Dirk is just rolling all over him, man. If I get the matchup at hand, being 2-link against Zelda, like, I might think that maybe Zelda is in a bit more comfortable spot, but yeah, Dirk is proving me otherwise pretty quick. And yeah, it seems he's gonna take the stock without losing one himself. Like, I got the stream on deck right now. Oh man, what a match. 7-4 lead.
No man, that's a lot actually. Oh. With the bomb exploding in time. Okay.
I like the play though.
I like the play too. At least he tried. Oh man, at any point in time, can bring it back. Zelda is so scary, man. You can just make a Pharaoh backer at any moment and you just lose your start because like you weren't paying attention of that move. It can be tough.
Yeah, she just needs to play in space and then just chill. Like, she has the Phantom, she has the Dance Inferno, and yeah, right now. Oh man, it kind of looks off. It looks really rough, man, for Team Belgium.
It is. But even then, man, look at that. It's still making it back, you know.
Wait, what happened there?
Oh my god!
Okay, Powerman is like. For all the guys who tuned in this stream right now, we got a multi-Twitch going, so just type in. Okay, no mind, they just finished. But yeah, you can watch in the multi-Twitch all the other streams. Like so far on the NintendoNext live, Turkey got 1 more win against Team Belgium. So Team Belgium only have 1 more player left, having the last 3 stocks, man. And man, what a weird way to go.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot. So okay. So at least Turkey got only 1 stock ahead. Only 1 stock ahead. That's not a lot. So we'll see what's gonna happen in the rest of the set. But Turkey can make it happen. They definitely can make that upset going on, which will be completely amazing.
It would be insane, man. And we were talking about European representation. So yeah, keep us updated in that regard. But I think between Germany and Portugal, okay, I hear something, and I see Takeo going in. It sees.
It's starting.
It's finally starting, man. Man, what a long chat. But again, 13-9. Takeo being the one who is replacing Light in this match. And I didn't quite see who Portugal. Okay, they're pulling out a Pokemon trainer.
Yeah, Pokemon trainer. Okay, interesting. So will Takeo keep up his 3 stocks, or will he double SD to get only 1 stock? I don't know. Okay, so it's
It
3
seems to be
stock
fast,
to
yeah.
3.
Okay, so yeah.
Light keep his 1 last stock for later, if I understand correctly.
Yeah, that's what I got to. And yeah, it's kind of nice to see Takeo on the rather big stage right now, because Takeo, as mentioned, is one who is like, in recent times, he was popping off with many single-digit placements, and obviously many guys, yeah, Ike Online and stuff, but man, this man's working nonetheless. And right now, he can finally prove to all of Germany how he's also on their side, even though he's playing the famously known Wi-Fi Ike. But I mean, yeah, show us your stuff. A rather creative player sometimes, and yeah, he knows his basics.
Yeah, really patient for sure. Also, he's not going for it, you know, approaching Squirtle might be dangerous, so just like, you know, taking his time, trying to stop any kind of movement he wanna go for. Double nair, 1 back air, we love it. Squirtle is trapped, and he find another nair, but he went off stage, and that'd be huge though.
Yeah, and this was such a good pressure. Like, he knew as soon as he's on that platform, like, he has limited time to pressure Squirtle out of it. And like, why not go with an up air? And catching the jump, as it seems, Takeo, obviously he waits for the reaction from his opponent, and right now he's just jumping around, landing with the nairs. It might look silly, but it's a clear game plan he wants and has to follow, especially as Ike in this rather tight matchup against Squirtle.
That's very true, but now we got the Ivysaur, which is here and now near up air. We love it. We all know that's one of the best setup for Ike to get those kills. Trying to outspin the Ivysaur, and I know, still living, but he's still trapped at the corner, which can be huge. But now the Charizard is coming by and is a heavy dragon.
Oh yes, especially when he got the ledge on his back, and that almost killed. Oh, Charizard, why are you so dangerous in this game? Okay, never mind, he's gone.
He's got it indeed. Nair and backers. Germany is still digging up the advance they got. Reminder, it's already 5 stock difference, which is a lot.
Oh yes, and Takeo knows this. He knows he is in the lead right now. He does not have to approach necessarily, but he's doing it quite fine, closing the gap by a bit. Very nice catch, sadly not quite killing it though. Oh man, that was tight. Great DI by Takeo and a great recovery afterwards.
Yeah, very true. Nice up B also to cover the landing of the Ivysaur on him. And now the Charizard, but he won't, as you said, he's taking his passion to right. He didn't have to approach, but he missed a grab and he finds the up smash right away. 2 stock each.
Great punish and a great conversion, right well. Shown by the Portugal's finest. Very nice catch.
Yeah, he's really good with his Squirtle, actually. Really good at all of his movement, which is obviously the main strength of Squirtle. But you need, you know, to switch between your game plan depending on the Pokemon you play. And he's really good with his own Squirtle, I feel.
Oh no! That's a down smash and he has no jump left. He's gone, and all of a sudden, Takeo being at the last stock, what happened in this regard? Did Portugal send the one player who might bring this back? I guess an 11-8 difference, that's not too much.
3 up smash in a row, what is going on?
Nah, it's 4, he's going!
Oh man, dash attack now, look at that Charizard, man, he does not care. You got a sword, I got wings, what are you gonna do about it? Man, you're coming from a game where you kill dragon, you know what? I'm killing other monster in my game. Oh my god.
Oh man. Like, man, this Charizard's going in, like, putting all the Fire references. I see you, man, that this Baker will kill? Oh, it will! Oh my god!
Portugal is back! Portugal is back, baby! Look at that! They're bringing up the Pokemon trainer!
Is this the answer?
Lord!
Is this the answer to all of it, man? Like, Takeo did not play too bad at the beginning, but all of a sudden, just Portugal turning it all the way up. Oh my lord.
Ooh, that's actually a lot. We talked about the fact that you can, you know, make the comeback little by little, stock by stock, but there, like, it's a huge step to make that comeback happen. It's like they only lost, so they lost 1 stock, but take 3. So they came back from 2 stocks, obviously. That's a lot, actually. That's a lot.
Man, and that must sting for the German team. Like, you're giving him the opportunity to snowball, like only losing 1 stock, and obviously right now, Libertais being the one in the lead, like in the mental lead, like he can just keep up the momentum, and he not only showed how dangerous his Squirtle can be, but he also turned off with Charizard. Like, man, that was insane. He was just confident. He was just going in. What was it? 4 up smashes in a row? No respect at all, man. This is his stage. This is his game, man. Get out here.
Oh man, not 1, not 2, but 4 up smash in a row. 4 up smash in a row. Man, that was crazy.
Man,
Oh man, but the thing's like,
eh?
you talked about the fact that Takeo was one of the main Wi-Fi warrior from Germany, if I'm not mistaken. So that's huge, actually. That's a really good and huge win for Portugal.
Yeah, like it might look silly, but again, against something like Ike, sometimes a silly solution will solve a silly problem. And as silly said, up smash was, like, many guys relied on Takeo to kind of maybe get back into it, being the replacement in this form. But again, yeah, like, it can happen. You gotta shake it off. Takeo will still maybe learn from this and run it back another time. We have still many more great players from Germany.
Very true, very true.
But man, this one hurts.
I can imagine. I'm sorry, man. I'm really sorry. No, I'm definitely for the underdogs there, so I'm really sorry for you.
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, like, if it gets competitive, like, I'm all for it, and I cannot deny this was entertaining to watch. Like, we're just coming out from this Turkey against Belgium fiesta, and right now, this is an actual clowns fiesta we saw. Like, they just, okay, I'm gonna turn it all off and just go in all up smash and just win the game with it.
Oh man, that was so funny. Oh man. So now they got the Pokemon trainer actually. Who do you think Germany will bring up?
That's the interesting part about it, because technically almost everyone is kind of comfortable against Pokemon trainer. You might think about zoning it out, because as we saw, Portugal's PT was pretty dangerously close, always the one in advantage, and always very aggressive. So we might see some zoning focused gameplay. And I'm like thinking about Robin GG or Quick, to be honest. Like, it might be one of those guys to maybe just stop this confidence.
Robin GG make definitely sense. I feel like you want to keep Quick just in case they brought up DDD or Donkey Kong later on. I feel you want to keep them. You want to keep Quick for those specific matchup. But yeah, Robin GG makes sense. Make definitely sense. They want to bring him on the table there.
Yeah,
I feel.
Yeah, might be Robin GG, yeah.
On the other hand, though, Turkey against Belgium. Belgium is taking it back, ladies and gentlemen. It's three stocks to 2. They got Galbatron, one of the how to say it, high offensive kind of Bowser, which can be really dangerous. And in front of them, they bring up a Bayonetta. And they just equalize 2 stock to 2 and build up many %.
I'm just looking like Shallot's going in, man. Like, as you mentioned, I do not know Shallot as a player, but man, right now he's just bringing it back. It seems like it's even between them. Both guys having the 2 final stocks. This is the final match between those 2, deciding how it will end. And man, what a moment! But yeah, on the other focus though.
For sure. I think we're gonna be back in our game, in our main crew. Oh, that's man. For Turkey, though.
What to be continued from our part, man. and
it's gonna be quick.
It's gonna be quick. Okay, I can see why. Right. I can see why, because man, in the end, I also thought about Robin GG, but maybe the intentions right here are okay. He's obviously feeling himself, yeah? So why not sending in the best, the almost best in Europe, and maybe stopping this momentum, because Quick knows how to deal with this, and maybe it's a part of respect, because man, will you be as confident against a player like Quick? Internationally known, best Samus in the world possibly, like, how will you approach this?
Yeah, very true, actually. You might not feel comfortable, especially also in online tournaments, with Samus can be tough. But I know Quick is the kind of player that can fail under pressure, and sometimes fighting for your team as a team, the pressure is even bigger, especially against the underdog, because you're supposed to be the champion, especially for Quick, the champion of the champion. So it's like Quick has nothing to win in that game, if that makes sense, you know? He got everything to lose, where on the other hand, his opponent had kind of nothing to win, you know? Or most likely nothing to lose, everything to win. So it might be tough for Quick. But right now, that aside, the mental discussion aside, Quick is definitely having the
because to be honest, man, you're saying he's not have much to win, but I only see him winning right now, like taking the stock in a graceful position and just keeping it going. Like, this is Quick just feeling himself in his movement.
Man,
Really
so
keep it
good. Oh, look at that.
It's just so satisfying to watch him play, man. He's just so specialized in Samus overall. Oh, unless... Never mind, taking it back.
That could have been huge. Because, like, the thing is, they need their stock. Iberias need to take those stocks. They definitely need. Like, remember, Portugal is still behind. It is behind. So even if he is, like, neutral, because he already took 3 stock from his previous opponent, you want to take more because you're behind in terms of stock. And look at the ledge drop.
What a setup, man. How will he get out of it? He's just catching every approach, man. Quick being the one in control right now, for sure.
It is. And what did you do with Charizard? Will you find an up smash? I don't think so. Up through won't kill.
He will die. He will die. Yeah. Like,
oh, man.
it was a very stale up throw. I mean, it looked like he could possibly de-ite in some way, but again, I respect the up throw from Samus, like with those buffs that came one day. But yeah, man, what a dominant game from Quick. Like, just stopping all the momentum. Okay, you are feeling himself against the Radiant Hero. Man, we got a headhunter right here. Like, know your place, man.
Yeah. That's gonna be tough now because I feel like, yeah, that was a strong message. Yeah, just don't go too much over yourself. You just beat one of our player, but you forgot we still got a lot of monster behind, and Quick is part of them for sure.
Yeah, and like on one hand, Portugal may think, okay, you really had to pull out your strongest player against this guy. He's not even our best guy, and maybe we will see the #1 Shulk right now, like the MVP from last time, as I would mention it. Maybe this is something they waited for. Maybe they want to take out Quick, so they can be way more comfortable and confident to pull out against the rest.
I would say if you're Portugal, I think that one of the best character they can bring to the table, as you say, Shulk might be one of those, but I think a lot about Youngling also. I don't know his experience against Samus because it's really specific, but Youngling can just get a lot of control against Samus, a lot of different kind of projectile with different trajectory that can just stop the movement of Samus, which Quick is really good at. So it can be really tough. So I don't know if you want to bring all the Youngling or the Shulk, especially because it is your last 2 players.
And that's the thing, like we can like speculate right now because I can see your approach, I can totally see it, but maybe you want to keep Zekip for like the stamina part, maybe for the snowball part, to maybe take out many players at once, because we saw Zekip being in his momentum, being on a roll, while Luigi WC being an individual strength. Like, he was taking it out quite smoothly, not too many guys, but quite confident. And yeah, it can really go both ways, and to be honest, I might think they will keep Zekip for after Quick, because they need the last hope, they need the momentum, and who else but the hero from the previous match. But man, Young Link against Samus on the other hand, that's tough as well. Who will it be? Who will it be? Place your bets.
The answer is...
It's gonna be the Shulk. Okay. Okay, that's an interesting option, because right now we're playing on FD. Zekip was very strong on FD. Ooh, this can go always. He's the hero right now. He has to bring it back. The Monado boy.
The Monado boy is here, man. Now, let's see what he can do. It can pull out. No more speed right now. Gotta wait. It's gonna be tough with all those projectiles also. But now we got the jump. You got the mobility to move around the Samus and maybe create something. But those trades, you don't want to receive any trades if you're Shulk right now, if you're Zekip.
And man, this is gonna be such a huge deal. If Zekip tries to get through, like, Quick has a lot, and I mean a lot of experience against Shulk. Like, speaking of True 4, they are playing so many times offline. So if Zekip kind of manages to break this shield, that is Quick. Man, this is gonna be such a huge deal.
That's true, actually. Oh man, I love his movement. I love the way just switching from mine to there to missiles to tilt to anything to just run through his shield and try those kind of stuff. Nice way though from Zekip to wait in shield there. But
Yeah,
the dash
dash.
attack will seal the deal.
Yeah, it's gonna seal it out, and right now Quick being in the spot he waited for, being in the lead and taking it slow, taking it chill, already getting rid of the shield. Very good by Quick, but kind of be dangerous for Zeki because he does not have this plan B if Quick tries to get the kill.
Yeah, no, Quick can just like wait in shield for a very long time. He went through it though, he take the back, not enough to get the kill. Jump might be dangerous, that's why he waited to come back on stage, avoiding that up B. Nice jump to avoid the bomb there, but even then it's just building percent on Quick, but he cannot just trap him, you know, at the corner on just making a huge pressure. He cannot, he always let Quick flee away.
Oh, nice push though. Will he go for it? Oh, so tight. Okay. Not in a tech situation, and man, I love the rotation. Like, we're always on the left and right, left and right. It's almost like a boxing game, man.
As you said,
Very nice.
Okay.
Yeah, he saw this. This was one of the moments where he had to get the kill, and against a player like Quick, wait, this backslash connected? I guess. But second, being at 160% almost, this will definitely kill, and oh man, Shulk at the last stock, man, he needs more than one vision to kind of get this through, man.
Yeah, the thing is like the difference in the lead trap situation between those two make a huge difference in terms of the game, because even if Zekip wins a lot of situation, unfortunately the fact that he cannot trap Quick led Quick to build so much percent, where on the other hand, look, Quick is trapped, but he will be able to flee away once again and find a new gap in the defense of Zekip, just stay by the stage. That's huge.
Oh man, this looks horrible for Team Portugal, man. Like, you will have only one more player, and Quick, still being at 2 stocks, maybe get at least one. Oh, unless very fast adaptation, and yeah, he has to get rid of the smash, but yeah, man, that's the best value you can get. Like, immediately switching to Buster, and what's the plan now? Zeki, will you prove us wrong? Will you take the match home? I don't know, man, but your team's counting on you. Great DI.
It's his last chance, and unfortunately
the
he
shield's
went
not connecting. Like, he already went for the shield, but sadly not quite to the point. But man, he still got 2 stocks. It's gonna be hard for our last player. But man, was it a tight match?
Oh, that was a tight match for sure. That was an insane tight match. But but that said, I feel like just Quick was able to flee away many times, way more than a Zekip could do. So that was really tough, and I feel also like Zekip definitely fell down in many traps. I mean, like, how many times did Quick just shot a tiny charge shot? Okay, not even an uncharged shot, an uncharged shot in his shield when he was trapped at the corner, and Zekip tried to jump, and Quick just fared him. That happened so many times.
That's his favorite setup, man. Quick always goes for it when he feels comfortable it will hit, and man, it did work. Like, he was playing for the win. Like, he wasn't playing necessarily to keep a lot of stocks. Like, Quick too, he went for some risks, but I mean, considering how far Germany is up ahead, like, they can just play however they want right now. Even if Quick loses, like, they have so many players who can just finish out the stock, and the most dangerous part is, no matter who Portugal sends last, this guy will be stuck on the new character. So this is a battle of matchup right now.
That's true. That's true. The last chance. Last chance, last player standings. And remember, guys, there is still light with 1 stock behind, waiting in the shadow. Which can be huge. That's gonna be so huge. Oh man, Germany is so strong. They're so strong.
Oh man, like, this is, as you mentioned, such a strong roster, man, and oh, it's gonna be so rough. But let's see. Like, in terms of schedule, we're kind of catching up. Yeah, very good players on top of that. Like, if they manage to, or if they decide to put in the young Link, oh man, we have some hard matchups for him. Like, I'm just looking at the German team. Like, they can send whatever they want. They have a Peach, they have a a Rob, they have a Crom. So many players who are confident in this matchup. So, whew, it's gonna be wild, man, to say the least.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. And now, like, yeah, who do you want to bring as Portugal? Who do you want to bring? I think there, if the Peach is the best player in the rest of your crew member, you want to bring, like, you want to bring your best player. But I think you also want to bring the most solid character in the whole roster, and I feel like you want to bring Peach.
Maybe, yeah. I think so too, to be honest. Like, that would be the play, I think, because Ness and Young Link, like Saren and Luigi WC, would be a bit risky. Dio would be a bit risky too, because they just lost as Shulk. So, yeah. I think it's gonna be Portuguese.
Well, maybe they want to bring the Ness. Like, but I feel like Ness will be completely in such a bad spot against some of the character of.
Yeah, similar problem. Like Ness is pretty good in taking one stock. I mean, you have to consider, you have to go in against Quick first. Like, he's at last stock, but man, it's yeah, a really strong Cybers player to say the least. So that's an answer to be held of. Like, I mean, what do you think? Like, do you think they will beat Quick at all? Like, even though he's on the last stock, because we're talking about Quick in this part.
The thing is, like, I feel like they'll be able to beat up Quick, okay? But the thing is, like, Samus is the kind of character which is really hard to 3 stocks.
Oh yeah.
It's such a tough character to 3 stocks.
Man. This is gonna be wild, man. It's looking really grim for Team Portugal. I mean, they had some fight left, like turning it out against Takeo was pretty insane. They might do so again, but yeah, for that to do, as you mentioned, it's gonna get to the Quick, to the Samus, man, and it's gonna be rough.
Oh yeah, because you need to take that stock while surviving 2 years, but it's with that kind of character, it's like. With Samus, you always take damage. She's so heavy, she always survives, she got many projectile, you always take damage and you always suffer a bit. So we'll just see if Quick will be able to take more stocks, and it will be indeed the Ness which is coming up on stage. Okay.
Brave, very brave by Team Portugal to go in with the Ness, and yeah, maybe they have some planned attack. But man, I did not expect the Ness from all characters.
But the thing is, like, they bring up Zerin during the Poland matchup, and I think he might be one of the best players in Portugal, I guess. But the thing is also, even if it's by a little or just, you know, in a tiny situation, he can still, quote-unquote, heal himself and maybe help him, you know, to stay still longer on stage. Maybe that's what they're going for, I don't know. But right now, I'm making quite a great job against Quick. Let's be honest. Look at that.
Yeah, man, he's just keeping him at bay and taking things slowly, not too far ahead. Ooh, sadly not getting the punish right there. Again, it's in terms of reaction and prediction in this matter, so... Okay, Quick getting the grab. Nice grab.
And as you can see, he just healed himself. Maybe it will help him to keep all of his stock. Maybe that was a plan, I don't know, but nice back air there! Wow!
Yeah.
Okay, now the B.
Now
okay, he definitely just... What'd you say?
No, I just want to say to maybe juggle Quick out, because Saren is kind of trying to go for it. He's playing the vertical distance, but so far Quick quickly adjusted to it, and man, turning it out.
That's true, that's true. Moving around the missile that Ness cannot absorb. Maybe the explosion, but not the missiles per se.
Very tight, not getting the sweet spot back, and still Saren being at 37%, and yeah, maybe sustain was the answer, maybe it was the energy, and okay, nice jab by Quick. Very good parry. Man, what a clean display by Saren right now. It looks like he might not even lose one stock. Maybe he's the hope after all. One less. This is dangerous.
Oh, from quite nothing he missed it, but still not over for the Quick to make the pressure. Waiting and big, fighting another fair. Oh my god, he takes it!
He still takes one stock, and man, that's the thing. Like, Quick being at 127%, maybe this will be enough? Of course not. Samus is quite heavy in that regard, but man, the more time you let Quick play, the worse it gets.
Very, very, very true. You can't kill him. Oh my god, in the charge shot. Please, Quick, stop. Please stop. Quick.
Give Portugal some hope.
Can you stop, Quick?
No, he will go in! Oh my!
Quick! What are you doing?
This was such a wonderful decision, man. Okay, even though he died, man, this was such an important display from Quick. Getting Saren to only one stock, man. He was going it all in. Oh god, what a play.
Oh, la, 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 la. That man is so good. That man is so good.
Oh man, like he was at 160 and just killed him at, what was it, not even 40%. He just saw the opportunity and yeah, I'ma just steal your stock. I'ma just steal Portugal's hope in one game.
I love the way he positioned himself also for that edge guard. He was really good at just like keep track on just, you know, like taking the option of the nest one by one. The first one by just like pushing him just a little with the shot, taking the second jump. Then the bomb jump to cover the up B, sliding under Smashville, double jumping to find the fair, getting back on stage, and then just falling down, waiting for the up B of the nest, and then double jumping near to get the kill. That was actually an insanely good edge guard and the good way of dealing with the rhythm of his opponent there.
Man, he just knows his stuff. He knows as soon as Ness is in this disadvantageous spot, that's the way he has to kill him. He cannot absorb nothing. He just goes in with raw hits and man, it's kind of ironic because like it was looking really, really good in the first stock. Like Ness absorbing everything he needs, going full sustain, getting Quick to over 100% and just all of a sudden Quick just decided to almost win the game.
Oh la 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 la, that was so tough, man.
So yeah, the last stock left against so many more stocks from the Germany part. Like Quick had to be taken out there. Sadly did not happen for Portugal's side, but yeah, all hope is not lost yet. Maybe, just maybe.
Yeah, I feel like that's the maybe. Now, let's be honest for a minute. Like, Portugal definitely needs a miracle. Like, he can take out Light, which got only one last stock, but then she needs to take 2 other players from Germany. And I feel like if you're Germany and you know 100% that will be a nest and nothing else, man, you can bring so many good characters on stage. Like I don't know, I feel like you can even bring your Rob, you can even bring your Bowser. I don't know exactly which kind of matchup will be able to just destroy the nest actually, but they got the tools to do it anyway.
Yeah, I think the safe play, to be honest, if I see the roster, it might be Snormander potentially, like with the Bowser Jr. against the Ness, or maybe Rino. Like those are those 2 guys who I might see very comfortable against Ness. Like, of course, the Bowser Jr. Ness matchup is kind of weird in itself sometimes, but if you consider Ness only has 1 stock, so Snormander can just roll out and keep his advantage. He's so good in edge guarding, and Quick just proved how hard it is for a Ness to get back against a good edge guard.
I agree.
Ooh.
Oh man.
How will it turn out, man? How will it turn out? This was such a heartbreaker, man.
Yeah, like the things like they got some really great and impactful moments during this crew, like Iberias, for instance, that makes such a great call against Takao. That was just an amazing match.
Yeah.
Light unfortunately starting way too strong against Portugal. That's also a thing. Like Light for himself just already took 6 stocks. He already took 6 stocks to Portugal, which is a lot.
Whew, it was such a tremendous start, man. And yeah, as you mentioned, it all comes down to one final stock. Like, yeah, we are on Smash Ultimate, everything can happen. But I don't see anything happening, to be honest. Like, you gotta need a lot of power. The biggest Genki Dama in the world maybe is to give power to the last man standing.
For sure. The whole Portugal viewers right now, you need to raise your hand to support your last member, your last player. Zerin will need anything in his power, and Germany bring up the luckiest Ganondorf?
Okay, you know, I know Lucky is a person, like I know how chill he is in those environments, but I did not expect the Ganondorf from all characters. Like, okay, show me. Maybe it is time for Siren to write history, maybe to start a 3-stock against this rather disrespectful pick. But again, let's see, just start it off with, who are you picking me against? Like, why would you pick Gandalf?
You know what? In France we got a word for that. We got shit! It's when when you want to do something like, you know, a bit disrespectful and you just lost it. I'm sorry, Lucky, but chef for you. Like, what is that Ganondorf? What is that Ganondorf? Let's go, Zarian. Let's go. What is that? What is that, man?
Put this man into place, but then maybe Lucky just plays for this one stock. Maybe he wants to lose almost all three. As soon as he gets this one pick, it's gonna be over for Zarian. And okay, pretty close. I see the approach.
He's going for those, man. Look at that. He's moving around. Okay.
Yeah.
What is that Dunby? Nah. Zarian won't fall for that, man. Have you just seen the movement of Zarian? The positioning that he had against Quick, man? Like, Zarian's really a good nest. Don't sleep on him.
And maybe it seems he does. Okay, I see you, Lucky. He just goes all in, maybe. And ooh, that's Zarian. Watch out, do not get hit from that. All of Portugal is on your back. Get him out of here, man.
Yeah, get him out of here. Just go away with Ganondorf. What is that? The thing is, like, Ganondorf in an online tournament is really scary. Actually, it's one of the scariest characters in the world when you play in online. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Okay, PK flashes into the with the taunt. Okay, Lucky, what are you doing? You're just messing around, man.
Yeah, I mean, taunting and forward smashing. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like okay, maybe the Ganondorf pick can be fun because you're a lot in the lead, but I feel like it's straight up disrespectful to just like taunting and it's like hoping for your opponent to make a roll against you. I feel like he's taking Zarian way too much for a dumb player, and I mean, Zarian is really good, you can tell. So, Shay, Lucky, I'm sorry, bro, but Shay, get out of here! Get out of here!
Man, you know, I just want to say, Lucky, I'm behind schedule, my man. Like, I really gotta get to the next match. He was just... I think it wasn't mostly against Portugal. Man, he picked it against me because he knows exactly. Oh man, Falco's kind of getting himself there in the commentary. I know he has his block right up next. Man, why not pick Ganondorf from all things, man? I will not forget this one, my friend.
Oh man.
But yeah, good for Zarian though. Like, keeping Portugal's hopes alive and all of a sudden 4 more stocks to go. Like, that's insane.
Zarian is really good. Like, honestly, he really impressed me against, as I said, against Poland first of all, and then against Quick. Like, honestly, against Quick, man, he had such a great placement. So that's true. He lost 2 stocks to take 1, but he got always good positioning. That the whole beginning of the game, he was definitely on him. He was really good against his opponent. Like, really good. So I feel like, yeah, don't sleep too much on Portugal, mates. Don't sleep too much on Portugal.
Man, he was not only sleeping, he was all snoring, man. He was not waking up at all. Like, he had a nice dream, and in this dream he might have beaten this Ness with a Ganondorf, but yeah, sadly this is reality, man. You will not pick Ganondorf against this player. Just putting him into place, man.
Yeah, nah. That won't happen. That won't happen. Come on, man. But as you said, it's a new ray of hope. A new ray of hope for Portugal now.
And imagine if it's the Ganondorf pick that cost Germany their tournament life. Like, I know 4 stocks left, the last one stock being the one from Light, and like, please, please, just try and take them seriously for once.
just imagine now Zarian 3-stocking the next one. He come up. Ooh. 3 stock is opponent, and then there's only the one last stock of Flight that we all forget about, but it's still here somewhere, you know, waiting for his moment.
Oh, and maybe it's a device, but I mean, okay, Lucky wanted to have some fun. I guess I kind of appreciate it, but yeah, it's on you if your team loses, man. It's on you then. You had the decision. Like, everyone's trying his best, and yeah, maybe Ganondorf was not the pick.
and that's the first seed of the tournament. Is that the first seed of the tournament, ladies and gentlemen?
Maybe it's because the first seed of the tournament that they're rather disrespectful. Maybe someone has to vibe check them, and if it's not Portugal, then maybe the next opponent. But hey, who knows? Maybe the vibe check is already coming in hand. I mean, I do not want to spoil anything, but yeah, it was kind of up for interpretation, let's say.
Oh man. Okay, so who Germany will be sending? So we were talking about the fact that maybe Lucky might have been a great pick So it would have been if he had picked Pit. But who do you pick now? Who do you bring now?
I
Like-
mean, yeah. Like to be honest, on a side note, I think Lucky would have rather gone with Palutena. Like I know he has another Palutena up deck. He
okay,
is
good to know.
grinding all the last weeks with her, and yeah, I mean, obviously we did not see the Palutena, but yeah, maybe it will come down to, I would almost say not even Robin GG, but maybe Rino with his Crom, because he too is quite comfortable against the Ness. We have a rather good Ness player in the northern Germany parts, so I can see Reno putting into play.
Okay. That's fine, because I would have seen or Dark Thunder or Longo, because like
Maybe.
because the thing with Chrome is like you can get Gimp, and
Yeah.
in any point in time Zerrin will come and Gimp you three times in a row, and that's tough. That's really tough. But I feel like or Bowser or Rob are two characters that are tough to kill. So they will definitely stay longer into the game, even if Zerrin make it back, starting to make a comeback, it will maybe stay longer. But the
Okay,
answer
never
will
mind.
actually be Snormanda.
Okay, taking the one last stock, and yeah, maybe it's Normanda. One of the, together with Takio and Womel GG, maybe one of the more consistent Wi-Fi warriors, I'd say. Like he's a stronghold in offline, but right now, Snormanda, this match can be gone real quick. But again, Zerrin proved to us this one final stock. This is the last hope, and he will not take it for granted. Like, let's go.
For sure. Zerrin, you're the hero right now. You're the only hope of your whole country. As I said earlier, Portugal, raise your hand to just support your boy, to support Zerrin. He might be able to do it, you never know, But right now, oh, Snormanda.
It's not
Kalos
over
is
yet.
such a great stage for him, I feel.
It's a really good compromise too. Like Ness has some work in the stage, of course, but Snormanda, like you can already see, he's so comfortable in the stage. Like he's just playing around, almost getting the follow-up. Ooh, nice combo, but 24% on deck.
Yeah, you take those for sure. Nice near retreat, but I feel like the thing is Snormanda is so good at just like covering the whole stage, waiting for it, and just, you know, moving to a platform to another and just make Zerrin lose his patience. Really nice nair there also.
Nice break by Snormanda, and now he's pushing up, maybe. Ooh, he will go aggressive for this half. Oh, okay.
And
Not quite there. Yeah, very good recovery by Zerrin. 101%. And counting.
Yeah, that's tough. He can't really make a lot of percent on Bowser Jr. Nice drop up air from the platform though. Really respected. That wasn't easy to pull out, but he did. Okay.
Yeah, he got some tech skill up there, and oh, the explosion. Nice choice by just throwing it out. Great punish. And then, yeah, you can see Snormanda's kind of waiting and just getting some percentages done. So if he loses this one stock, which should not happen. Oh no, the hammer! Oh, he got it hidden. He got it hidden in the back pocket, man. He just went for it. Great bait by Snormanda, as it seems.
For sure, man. Completely avoiding the LB, the PK Thunder, just moving around and finding that hammer. For sure, great call from Snormanda. And obviously then, GG to Germany, but also big shout out to Portugal. GG Portugal to have been this far in the tournament. Nice.
Very important highlights by Portugal. And I mean, even if they lost, like they proved to us they have some strong players and they have some personality in their gameplay as well. Like from everything I saw, they know what they're doing. Like they're just playing their game and forcing the opponents into their game. And like I just saw the Pokemon trainer, man. I'm still baffled by the play, man. And
that